She popped out. So her and Brandon Ingram were spotted first in a club in Cabo. She's been celebrating her birthday, and in the video, she's like hugging him, and they walk in together. And then, additionally, there's a video that now is being reported of them two in the car, and it's really cute. She has two phones. She has one for the light. She's holding up the other one, and they're like, just making a video together. So,
salute to them.
It looks like she might got her little boo thing.
The internet is on fire right now, and it's all because of one video. A video that was never supposed to see the light of day. A video that has fans questioning everything they thought they knew about Glorilla and NBA star Brandon Ingram. The clip is short, grainy, shaky, but what it shows, that's enough to break the internet. It's enough to start rumors that could shake two industries at once, hip-hop and professional basketball. And once you see it, you'll never be able to unsee it. It all started with a random leak. No one even knows where the footage first came from. Some say it popped up on a small Instagram story that got screen recorded before it disappeared. Others claim it came from someone's Snapchat memory, dropped into a group chat, and then sent out to the world. However it happened, within hours the clip had spread across Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and even sports forums. By the next morning, it had millions of views. Everyone was watching it, dissecting it, slowing it down frame by frame, trying to figure out if what they were seeing was real. And here's the thing, the footage doesn't even last a full minute. But in that 1 minute, it shows Glorilla and Brandon Ingram in a way nobody ever expected. No entourage, no public event, no red carpet. Just the two of them in what looks like a hotel hallway. The lighting is dim, the camera shaky, but you can clearly see Brandon leaning in, whispering something to her, and Glorilla laughing, brushing his arm in a way that doesn't look friendly. It looks personal. It looks intimate. And when she turns to walk away, he reaches out, gently pulling her back for one more word. Now, here's where it gets messy. Because to fans, this wasn't just two celebrities crossing paths. No, the internet saw this as proof of something bigger. Proof that Glorilla and Brandon might be way closer than they've ever let on. Proof that there could be something going on behind the scenes. And in today's world, one leaked clip is all it takes to set the rumor mill spinning out of control. The reactions came instantly. On Twitter, fans started posting side-by-side screenshots of the video, zooming in on Glorilla's smile, Brandon's hand placement, even the way their bodies leaned toward each other. That's not just a friendly laugh, one fan tweeted. Another wrote, NBA players stay chasing rappers. This feels too familiar. Within hours, hashtags like #GlorillaIngram and #leaked footage were trending. But not everyone was celebrating. Some fans felt betrayed. Because let's be real, Glorilla has always come off as that unapologetically real artist who tells it straight. She's never been the type to play the Hollywood gossip game. And now, this footage had people questioning her authenticity. Was she keeping a secret relationship under wraps? Was she playing both sides with fans and fame? And Brandon Ingram? The man is known for being private, low-key, never in the tabloids. He's an NBA star, not a celebrity chasing clicks. Yet suddenly, his name was all over gossip blogs, sports shows, even radio talk segments. Analysts who usually break down his stats were now speculating about his love life. Is this the distraction that could throw off his season? One commentator asked. Another went further, saying, this could affect the Pelicans' locker room if the noise doesn't die down. So you can see how quickly a small piece of footage turned into something much bigger. It wasn't just gossip anymore. It became a conversation about image, reputation, and loyalty. And here's where things got even more complicated. Because as the clip went viral, fans started digging deeper. Old photos resurfaced, a shot of Glorilla courtside at a Pelicans game. Another of Brandon at an afterparty, where Glorilla happened to be performing. At the time, no one thought twice about it. But now, with this footage, fans were piecing together a timeline. Were they secretly hanging out for months? Were the signs there all along, and people just missed them? The internet doesn't miss a thing. And when people feel like they've been lied to, they go into detective mode. Suddenly, every lyric Glorilla had dropped about late-night texts or ballers was being reanalyzed. Every offhand comment Brandon had made about staying focused was being questioned. The theories just kept piling up. But here's the twist. Through all this noise, both Glorilla and Brandon stayed silent. No posts. No clarifications. No denials. And that silence? That's what drove people insane. Because in today's world, when you don't address a rumor, people assume it's true. Fans begged for answers. Some even tagged them directly on social media, demanding a statement. But nothing came. Just silence. And that's when Glorilla added fuel to the fire, without even saying a word. She posted a photo on Instagram. Just her in a studio, looking down at her phone with a half smile. No caption. No context. But fans took it as shade, as confirmation, as a silent acknowledgement of everything swirling online. The comments went wild. "Sis is taunting us," one fan wrote. Another said, "This is basically a yes without saying yes." Brandon, on the other hand, did the complete opposite. He stayed completely off the grid. No posts, no cryptic messages, nothing. Just basketball. But even that didn't stop the speculation, because reporters started asking questions at press conferences. And while he didn't answer, the slight smirk on his face when someone brought it up became its own headline. Now, this is where the story shifts from simple gossip to something bigger. Because both Glorilla and Brandon are at crucial points in their careers. For Glorilla, she's on the rise, building her empire, gaining fans worldwide. For Brandon, he's locked in with the Pelicans, fighting to prove himself as one of the league's top players. Neither of them can afford a scandal. And yet, this footage threatens to overshadow everything else. And the truth is, when these two worlds, hip-hop and basketball, collide, it's never quiet. We've seen it before. The crossovers between athletes and rappers always turn explosive. Sometimes it's love stories. Sometimes it's cheating scandals. Sometimes it's just pure clout chasing. But whatever it is, people eat it up. Which brings us back to the footage. Because if you watch closely, there's something that most people missed at first. Right before the clip cuts off, you can see Glorilla holding something in her hand, a hotel key card. And right as Brandon leans in, she slips it into her purse. That one small detail has fueled an entirely new wave of speculation. Were they just talking? Or were they on their way to somewhere more private? And that's exactly why the internet is so divided right now. On one side, you've got fans who are brushing it off, saying it's nothing, just two celebs crossing paths, exchanging a few words, maybe a smile, maybe an inside joke. Innocent, harmless, normal industry stuff. But on the other end of the spectrum, people are absolutely convinced that this is more than just coincidence. They believe this is the soft launch of something real, a secret relationship, months in the making, finally bubbling to the surface in the most unexpected way. But here's where things get even messier and juicier. Because while the world argues over hallway glances and body language experts are being tagged on TikTok to analyze the vibe, sources from both Glorilla's camp and Brandon's inner circle are whispering the same thing. This wasn't all of it. Allegedly, there's more footage. A longer version. One that didn't make it to the timeline yet. According to people close to the situation, what we saw was barely a teaser. The real video? It reportedly shows way more than just subtle flirting. We're talking hand-holding, a quick hug, maybe even a kiss. It's all still unconfirmed, but in the world of celebrity leaks, where there's smoke, there's usually a wildfire brewing just behind the curtain. Now, let's talk timing, because that's where the real drama lies. Why now? Why this video? If this moment was meant to be private, as many are claiming, then someone somewhere made a deliberate decision to leak it. And that means betrayal. It had to be someone close enough to be there in that moment, filming from the shadows. Someone trusted. Someone with access. Which raises the question, was it a friend turned foe? A bitter ex? A thirsty assistant? Or someone playing a much bigger, messier game?
Some say it was for clout.
Others say revenge. And a few are convinced this was a preemptive move, a way to control the narrative before something major breaks. A pregnancy? A joint project? A messy fallout? The theories are endless. And the fans? They're eating it up like popcorn. Meanwhile, Glorilla and Brandon? Radio silence. Not a post, not a like, not a single denial. And in the world of celebrities, silence can often be louder than any tweet. Maybe they're letting it blow over. Maybe they're crafting the perfect statement. Or maybe, just maybe, they're not saying anything because it's all true. And if that full video does drop, buckle up, because this is just the beginning.